All right. So good morning, everyone. We're NEWron, and we've noticed an issue in equitable resource allocation. So first, we'll run through who we are and the problem we've noticed. Then we'll jump into who this problem affects, the current competitors who provide solutions, our user-based solution, and the future steps of our work. So let's meet the team. NEWron is composed of our research leads, William and Emily, myself as project manager, followed by Ria and Sandali as our technical leads. And we want to acknowledge our mentor, Arizu, who has been a critical part of our project development. So thank you. So what is the food waste problem? Well, around 40% of food in America is wasted annually, which equates to around 108 billion pounds. Now, such waste consumes around $172 billion in water every single year. And there was a study in the American Journal of Agricultural Economics that found that the average US household wasted 31.9% of its food. Now that estimates to around $240 billion or around $1,900 per household every year. Additionally, we've noticed that spoilage of food waste actually improves or a waste landfill produces methane, which actually has 21 times the global warming potential of carbon dioxide, which leaves a huge carbon footprint. So no matter which way you look at it, food waste is a crisis. And it starts with us, right? These issues may seem too grand to tackle. However, these statistics are an amalgamation of wasteful behavior that occurs in the average American household. So what if, to mitigate food waste nationally, we deconstruct the issue and target the individual? I'll pass it off to William to share with you how we did that.
All right, thank you, Matt. So knowing that food waste often starts with us, the consumer, let's take a look at our end users and their experiences with food waste. So first, I want to introduce you all to Wasteful Wendy. She's a restaurant owner and a mother of three, meaning that she works with food every single day. However, because she's so busy, she's often very forgetful about the food that she places in the fridge. Because of this, she often goes out to buy groceries, and then there's already too much food in the fridge, and then some of it has to go to waste, meaning she wastes both food and money. So while Wasteful Wendy is only one specific user that struggles with managing food waste, she belongs to a much broader category of our target market, whose demographics include working in food service, being homeowners, and being above the age of 25. Now, for these users' usage patterns, since they are very busy, ideally, they would only get notifications when supplies are low, and they would only check the app about 1 to 3 times a week while grocery shopping. And as for these user psychographics, these users do want to reduce food waste. However, because they are so busy and forgetful of pantry foods, they don't have enough time to track their food waste, meaning that the food goes down the drain. Now, we surveyed 50 people who store food in a refrigerator or other food storage units, and 80% of the survey takers stated that they work in food service, and they said that 56% of our survey takers said that they forgot the food was there, and 86% of our survey people said that it was because the food passed the expiration date. Along with this, 72% stated that they only check the fridge for expired food 0 to 3 times a month, and 74% stated that they are willing to use technology to reduce food waste. Our simple survey alone shows that the primary reason of food waste is due to us naturally forgetting about food and the expiration date. Passing it on to Emily.
Thank you. So for this project, we also conducted 5 rounds of interviews, which were 3 homeowners and 2 restaurant owners. And so for homeowners, the idea was that they usually forget about the expiration date, and that stores that sell food in whole packages like Costco are thrown away more often because people can't finish in time because of the expiration date, like vegetables and cheese. For restaurant owners, as mentioned in the quotes, many had trouble determining the freshness of food. So for owners who are doing bakeries, all they could do was to sell the leftover food for a cheaper price at the end of the day because they couldn't determine the freshness. And so overall, we were able to find out that all of the interviewees we interviewed were willing to use technology that can track the expiration dates and freshness so they could ultimately eat and sell healthier food. Next, we will talk about market analysis, the different competitor companies, and how our product is different and more advantageous from the others. So we will first explain the results of our competitor analysis, and all of the companies listed here share the same goals as us, which is reducing food waste. However, the way they tackle these problems are far different from us. So to begin with, LeanPath is a company that gives recommendations of foods that can be made out of leftover foods, and it also provides suggestions of food waste. However, a weakness is that it tracks almost expired or already expired food. This doesn't help much in improving the food waste, as it only identifies the problem and then tries to increase profit. Lastly, Samsung's Family Hub strengths are that the inventories are frequently updated and that it provides personalized meal plans. The weakness, however, is that similar to LeanPath, it tracks expired or already wasted food and that the expiration dates have to be manually inputted by the user.
Food waste is a crisis, and our survey found that the primary reason food is wasted is that people forget about the food in their refrigerators and only check for expired food 0 to 3 times a month. So, what can we do about this problem? Introducing automatic inventory, which functions as an intelligent food systems manager that emphasizes the conscientiousness of consumption at the individual level to mitigate the overarching effects of food waste at the national level. Our solution is a camera that can be placed in a refrigerator that will take a picture of its contents. It uses machine learning to create an automatic inventory of food. It continually keeps track of the items in one's fridge. Currently, we are able to detect 5 classes of food items: apple, banana, cabbage, milk, and pineapple, using the YOLO v4 object detection algorithm, which we have trained with a custom data set of about 300 images. The prediction accuracy for our model is 98%. The recognized food classes are provided to the user for review in a list format. Our application can indicate the best use by date for each food class to help the user keep track of spoilage. Finally, the application can generate a list of items that are low in stock in a shopping cart for the user to purchase.
Could you move on to the next slide?
I think Matthew's Wi-Fi got cut off again.
Yeah, I think he's frozen.
Yeah.
I can share my screen then.
Yeah, I have paused the time for now, so whenever you can share the screen and continue the presentation, I'll start the clock again.
So sorry about that. Here we go.
Yeah, no problem.
Automatic inventory. Take a picture through our automatic inventory app. Using machine learning, automatic inventory will identify your food items and generate an inventory.
After objects have been detected, AI generates an inventory for user review. It then compares inventory items to a default shopping cart filled with products chosen by the user. Whatever items aren't in inventory are populated onto a shopping list to reduce overpurchasing.
Use the anvil for the front-end component of our product. Over here, we can upload and display an image of a food item, as you can see here. Over here, we have the inventory, shopping list, recipe recommendations, and raw food.
Novelty by NEWron.
Automatic
inventory.
So let's talk about what sets us apart from our competitors. First, our product is unique in that we directly utilize user input from our interviews and surveys to create an application that appeals to user comfort and addresses their pain points. The features of our application were carefully chosen based on the feedback we got from our potential users. Compared to our competitors, our product plans on incorporating a much larger amount of features that address different aspects of the food waste problem, giving our product a much larger capacity compared to our competitors' products. With the time constraints, our team had several ideas brainstormed that we hope to incorporate in our product in the future to further accomplish our mission of helping reduce food waste. Our team has 3 features we would like to utilize in our product in the future. The first is recipe recommendation. This feature tracks food items that are about to expire and recommends recipes that use said food items. For example, if a user has bananas that are about to expire and doesn't know what to do with them, the app would recommend recipes to them, like banana bread that allows the food item to be used before it expires, preventing its waste. The second feature is rotten food detection. Using image classification and the database of expired foods, we want to create a feature that alerts the user of food currently in the food storage area that has expired, which prevents the expired food from further contaminating other non-expired food items. The last feature is budget manager. This feature would be added to the shopping list generator and would allow the user to input their budgets for groceries and store locations where they shop. The shopping list would recommend items that fit the requirements stated by the user in the shopping list, meet the budget requested, and are available in the specified store locations.
So thank you so much for your support and your consideration of our project. The automatic inventory. It is Novelty by NEWron.
If you have any questions, we would be happy to answer them.
Yeah, this was fantastic presentation. I really like the visual and the problem you are trying to solve. So let's see, Amber or Refa, do you have any questions about the product, or anyone from the audience?